at the end of the day, you know, you're gonna get your heart broke, but you gotta know deep down, can I bounce back from the heartbreak? See, that's what matters most importantly. Can you bounce back from the heartbreak? Can you bounce back from being down? Can you bounce back from losing things, losing it all? Can you bounce back from getting fired from your job? Can you bounce back from, you know what I'm saying, get stabbed in the back, G? See, the real digging, the real truth, the real motivation comes from you really getting it out the mud yourself and not asking nobody for nothing. Not asking nobody for nothing. Because you're going to go through pain. You're going to go through a hard time. But if you focus on the one thing, if you focus on the one goal, you going to be good. A lot of us don't do that. We be all over the damn place. All over the place. You can't be all over the place, G. You got to know what you want and why you want it and stick to that. To your best abilities, you got to know what you want and why you want it and stick to that to your best abilities, my G. That's it. That's it. That's the only way you're going to be victorious, G. What do I want out of life and how am I going to get there? All that other stuff don't matter. You waiting on your homie, you waiting on your girl, you waiting on your mom, steady waiting on people, and that's why you ain't gonna get ahead in life, because you steady waiting on people. You can't wait. You gotta get it now. Waiting ain't gonna do nothing but make you ponder and make you feel bad and sad about yourself because you know you're supposed to take action. A lot of y'all go to the club every weekend, bro. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't pulling nothing. You just spending money on drinks and vibes and it's just spending money on outfits and all that crazy stuff. Bro, you ain't gotta do none of that when you got your physique right, bro. When you got your physique in order, G, you ain't gotta spend all that money on the designer. When you eating right, you getting your steps in, you doing your cardio, you ain't gotta spend all that money on designer, G. Not saying that you ain't gotta buy it, but I'm just saying you ain't gotta rely on that. The physique speaks for itself because you dieted, because you got steps in, because you did your cardio, because you was motivated and disciplined. Where's the desire in though? That's what matters. See, what matters is the desire. And if it's not there, bro, you gonna stay stuck. Stay stuck making the same money around the same people, around the same women, and it's just like it's a repeated cycle. I had to get uncomfortable to get to where I'm at today, G. I had to get uncomfortable, G. I had to move to Houston, Texas, G, because I wasn't getting what I wanted. How many of y'all so scared and afraid to move and take that leap of faith, get out of your hometown? Can't do it because you care about what people think so goddamn much. Can't do it because you're not motivated and disciplined saving your chicken bag. Can't do it because you started working overtime instead of you working overtime. You know what I'm saying? You chasing 304s, going to the club, sipping and leaning instead of getting to the chicken bag working overtime. Instead of working two jobs, instead of going to Uber or DoorDash and extra money on the side. Or instead of investing in yourself, you'd rather just do other things. You know, as you get older, bro, your perspective on things change. A lot of us, you know what I'm saying, just chase women 24/7 instead of chasing the chicken bag and chasing the grind. A lot of us get with certain women and be like, why did I dig her out? Why did I get with her? Because you was like not in the right mind. Could have just, you know what I'm saying, beat your meat, G. Then your mind is more clear. But if you had a more clear mind and you was motivated and had a goal, you wouldn't be doing no goofy stuff like that. What do you want out of life? How you gonna get there? What type of environment you want to be in? How can you manifest it? How can you put yourself in that position to be around that? Are you around that? You want a bigger crib? Are you walking around the neighborhoods with the bigger cribs? You want a better looking woman? Are you around the areas where there's better looking women at? Better environments where these women have more money, more status, better looking? You want a Latina woman? Are you around the Latina area? You want a black woman? Are you around the black areas? Are you around the Asian areas? Are you around the Middle Eastern areas? Are you around the Indian areas? Are you around the areas that you really want to be in and improve in? Or are you in poverty areas, impoverished areas, areas that you don't have no business being in? People that you have no business being around. Knowing you're supposed to be doing better and being in a better place, in a bigger place, but you can't because you doing the same dumbass shit with the same dumb people, making the same dumb mistakes. Well, all you gotta do is sacrifice for about a year. That's all you gotta do. For about a year, just sacrifice for about a year. You don't want to do that though. That's too hard. It's too hard to sacrifice for a year, right? You'd rather just make the same amount of bread, same situation, still staying with moms. Can't even clap out the women you want to clap out because you still staying with moms. See what I'm saying? That's messing with your confidence right there. Can't even play how you really want to play. Well, that's why you gotta dig, G. That's why y'all get your chicken bag right. There's 4 pillars to life: health, wealth, love, happiness. You gotta follow your health. You gotta focus on your health. Focus on that gym. Focus on them weights. Focus on hitting them proteins. Focus on lowering them carbohydrates. Focus on hitting your arms, your legs, your chest, your delts. It's what you gotta focus on. You feel what I'm saying? Focus on getting your steps in. Feel what I'm saying? Focus on you getting at least 6 to 7 ounces of protein, at least 3 to 4 meals a day so you can hit your numbers. You got to focus on that. You want to look cold, you got to be cold. You got to focus on that. You got to focus on your wealth, your money as much as possible. You got to focus on your money as much as possible. A lot of people call me crazy. Shout out to Brandon Carter. I got it from him. You know what I'm saying? I hire a cleaner. She come clean for me. I don't cook neither. I either order out or, you know what I'm saying? A woman that I'm talking to right now, she cook. She cook for me. Or I'm ordering out. Why? Because it saves me time and money, and I make more money by the hour. It only makes sense. You're not ready to be cold. This ain't for you, bro. I'm just being real. It ain't for you. It ain't for you. You know, my brothers would be like, man, you lazy, bro. Nah, I'm not lazy. It just doesn't make sense for me to spend 4 hours cleaning my crib when I could be spending 4 hours on my business and making content and helping out my team. It just don't make no sense. When I could just share the wealth. It don't make no sense to drive in Houston 10, 20 minutes away in traffic, then come all the way back, spend 40 minutes, a whole hour. Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm straight on that, G. I'd rather get the meal prep. I'd rather get the pre-made shakes made already. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather go to the restaurant, get my ribeye steaks, keep my carbs low. So I'm looking cold, G. I'm straight. I'd rather keep my 3 meals a day, my 7 to 8 ounces of protein with each meal so I can keep my protein high, my carbs low, G. So we focus on the health and we focus on the wealth. We got to focus on the chicken bag, focus on our credit, focus on getting the money right, focus on investing. Don't care about having the most expensive car right now. You don't care about that. What you want to have is money. This is what matters. The most expensive car don't matter. This matters more than the most expensive car. You want to have the money. The money. Only way you're going to get the money is if you work. Sometimes you got to work 2 jobs. Sometimes you got to work 3 jobs. What do you want out of life? Oh, I want that. I want that nice things. I want those nice things, those nice things. Okay, if you want that, you know you're going to have to work, right? You're going to have to put in a lot of work to get those type of things out of life. Nobody's going to hand that to you, G. That's your wealth. That's your wealth. You need to be investing $500 a month into the S&P 500 index fund every month. Every month, you gotta be on that $500 to $1,000 every month, right? If you gotta cook, do what you gotta do to cook, bro. Keep your grocery bill small. Keep your grocery bill to a minimum, right? Think about it. It's simple: chicken breast, chicken thighs, ground beef, steak, eggs, protein powder. That's your and fish. Them your seven protein sources right there. You can get some chicken breasts or some chicken thighs that got more fat on it, some ground beef, and some jasmine rice if you want to eat some carbohydrates, or some veggies, some mixed fruit, strawberries, blueberries, mixed fruit, some eggs, some bacon, some sauces. You got your breakfast. You know what I'm saying? You got your waters. Like, bro, it's simple, G. It's simple. Saving money. And then you meal prepping, so it's lasting you 3-4 days. You can make some taco. You can make some tacos at the crib, healthy version. 90-10 ground beef. You ain't got to do 93.7 or 93.7. 90-10 ground beef. A packet of the taco seasoning. Get you some Fage Greek yogurt. You can either use lettuce wraps or you can use your little flour wraps, and you straight right there. Use some taco sauce, and right there you good. And some fat-free cheese. You're getting gains at the same time, so it's not like you losing. It's not like you losing. How you losing? You're getting gains at the same time. In your love life. I had to get up out of Austin, Texas, G. Told y'all, there was a point in time, I was living at the Domain, you know what I'm saying? And as I'm walking to the liquor store, it's the boxing Mayweather right next door to the liquor store. It was a Latino woman was like staring at me, and then the dude there was like, "Hey man, she want to talk to you." I went up in there, tried to talk to her, man. She was all on me and stuff like that, but it didn't go nowhere. It didn't go nowhere. Nothing went anywhere. One black girl who I've had it was just a crazy ass experience with in Austin, Texas. Um, she had like a nervous breakdown in my bathroom because she was just thinking about her past and how dark her past was. I guess she was like an ex stripper. And one day, I ordered an Uber to the gym when I was living at the Domain at the time. I ordered an Uber to the gym, and she was my Uber driver. G, like crazy. She was crying. I'm so sorry. You're such a good man. I appreciate it. I went to Fitness Connection, went on about my day. Just weird experiences. Uber driver, this I met a lady through Uber driver. She picked me up from the gym. I think she was a Panamanian. She was Panamanian, and she said I was very handsome, and she wanted to link up, and we were supposed to link up at the park and run and stuff like that. And I'm hitting her up, and it was just like just ghost, like just ghost, bro. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Like weird stuff, like just weird. And I think I'm just like, bro, I do not like this. I need to go to Houston. I need to move to Houston. When I moved to Houston last year, February, I was having a lot of problems with black women. A lot. One of my close friends from back home, my homegirl, she commented on one of my pictures. She was like, "Oh, you about to have your way because realistically, I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to." But it took for me to go to the other side, like the Jonas McDonough, to see to see what it's really like, to see where I really belong. Not saying that I don't belong with, a sister, but right now they not treating me right, and I don't like that. And I'm not in a position in my life where I have to put up with anything because I grinded and got to this place in life. And you can do the same thing. You ain't gotta hate them. I don't hate them. It's just for some reason they don't respect me or see me in the same light that I see them. Too much ego. I'm not finna be dealing with it. When you're 20, you got to deal with the temp agency. When you're 20, you got to bust down tables and be a dishwasher and be a waitress because you're young. You got to go through the early stages of growing your locks and your locks looking all ugly and shit like that. You got to go through the ugly stages of not having muscle because you're young. But once you get older and you get past that, you ain't got to go through that no more. You ain't got to put up with certain stuff that you used to put up with anymore. That's the whole purpose of you grinding. That's the whole purpose of you getting to the chicken bag. Health, wealth, love, love, love. That's why I moved to Houston. Love. You got to move. You got to get an environment where the women love you. The women love you. It's supposed to be 10 to 1, man. 10 to 1. 10 to 1. You at a store, you see 5 women. Hey, I hope at least 2 of them think you're attractive. But 5 of them, 2 of them in there, you're supposed to be able to get. Never want to be in a situation where the odds are against you. Meaning it's 10 to 1. It's 10 women to 10 dudes to 1 woman. That's how it was in Milwaukee. Or I say, when there's not beauty is a resource. When there's not enough beauty, the resource is scarce. So if resource is scarce, what does that mean? If resource is scarce, that means that ego is going to be through the roof. If inflation is going to be at an all-time high, people going to be acting like the prices is going to be way more than what it's really worth. But when you go to Houston, it's not like that because it's not just one bar or one club. It's the gazillion of them. And you get to pick which region you want to be in depending on what type of mate you want to be with. That's love. That's your romance life. And then you'll find the happiness. Then you'll find the happiness. Without being in an environment where women are going to love you, or a woman that you see, or women that you see want to mate with you, want to be with you, they give you that reciprocation. If it's not like that, oh, you're in a narcissistic, effed up environment, G. You need to move around. You need to move around, bro. You need to be where you need to be where you're loved and appreciated. Health, wealth, love, happiness, the 4 pillars of life. The 4 pillars of life. And you have to digest those 4 pillars. Every man is gonna have women in his life. You have to work. You're gonna have money. You have to grind. But if you ain't grinding, bro, you're not gonna shine. I promise you, bro. You're not gonna get to the next level. You gotta take this shit serious. Bro, you gotta take this shit serious. You wanna know, like, what made me start going harder in life, bro, is when I got fired from my job back in 2017, fellas. That brought that dog in me, dog. That brought that dog out of me, G. What you gonna do so the dog can get up out of you? So you can focus on those 4 pillars of life: health, wealth, love, happiness. 4 pillars of life is cold, G. You adapt that, I promise you'll be straight. Don't forget, bro, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to speak to me one-on-one, link is pinned in the comment section. Peace.